Arvar.
Good. Very not good. She's dragged you into her wretched scheme. And I thought you had more sense. Know this, though. I won't surrender without a fight.
You come bearing gifts for your queen, I trust. Ah, so the little stray who fled has been silenced. How pleasing. He thought himself free. A fool. There is no freedom beyond the hive. There is only loneliness, only weakness. But you have done well, my Knight Protector. But the hive's work is not yet complete. A foundation must be woven, strong and unyielding. The threads of creation must be gathered, and you shall help me. I am building a home, a sanctuary for my hive, but I require power. One day, we shall descend upon the world, and all will become part of the hive, part of me. Ethereal cobwebs are the very fabric of our home. Bring them to me, and you shall be rewarded many times over. It is what allowed my children and I to enter your world. Brock Mayala is the perfect place for our home. Cobwebs bind our worlds together, as we shall be bound once you fulfill your duty, my knight. It is the substance that binds the world, all worlds. It is the strongest and most precious tool we need. From it, we weave the world and our homes, which shall never fade. The world you come from will one day be ours. The hive will grow in strength and consume all who stand in our way. Bring me as many cobwebs as you can carry. Such is my will. Ah, my Knight Protector returns. Have you brought the precious... You have done well. The ethereal cobwebs are now mine. You've... Go forth and gather more.
Always good to have a little rest.
I just heard that some old man named Morris showed up at the keep, dragging the head of bald Kate just so he could be with his wife in the horns. Can you imagine? I still can't tell whether it's bravery or he's just out of his mind. Probably a bit of both. It's you. Mahone is getting better. I don't know what you've done, but your results are remarkable, at least for us. Unfortunately, Cole isn't improving, but I'll allow the refugees to stay. His fate is in their hands. They'll do what they want with him. I'm not going to be responsible for his life. It's not our concern. No. I only care that the situation is resolved. One less thing to worry about. That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back. You know where to find me if you come across any more. You've done your part in proving your worth. All right. You deserve the truth. You won't find the captain at the Horns of the South. He ordered us to lock down the keep, and then he disappeared. I have my suspicions about where he might be, but I can't say for sure. And frankly, I hope I'm wrong. Brandon once said he wasn't afraid to go to the Dol Riada, and the way he said it, I couldn't tell if he was joking. So maybe he went to make a deal with them? I think that's ridiculous. Everyone knows the Dol Riada are savages. Diplomacy is not their strong suit. But if it's true, if the captain did go to broker peace with the Dol Riada, you'd most likely find him at the All-Mother's Temple, where One Eye and his thugs are holed up. Getting into the temple won't be easy, that's for sure. And frankly, I'd prefer not to hear about your demise. Try sneaking in quietly, or see if you can convince the tribe's representatives to let you through. That's the best advice I can give you. And if you do find the captain, tell him to return to the Horns of the South as soon as possible. Galahad the Pure is already on his way, and he won't be pleased to find a bunch of keepers hiding behind the walls without their commander. We'll all face consequences if that happens.
Why all the poking around?
You asking me? They came in orderly. No damn... back then, sure. We had a rule. No freeloading. But I guess... You watch your damn mouth. We did everything we could. I've said it before. We need a whole damn army to keep this region in check. And besides, how do you know these leeches are even telling the truth? Every village wiped out. Just like that? Ah. It used to mean now, soft. Get moving. Off you.
You mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not... Why is it called that? Don't know. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new fit people come and go, and the regulars drink as usual. Hey, not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as I got mauled by a weird beast during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm...
You seen all the refugees coming from the nearby villages? They're trying to get away from the bandits and the weirdness.
Aye, I've seen 'em. Can't blame 'em for wanting some safety. With bandits and the weirdness creeping closer, who wouldn't be scared?
There may be, but I don't trust strangers. They could be bringing trouble with them. Never know what kind of folk you're letting in.
You're always suspicious. They're just trying to survive, same as the rest of us. Besides, where else would they go?
Speaking of the refugees, you hear about that one Cole? Looks like he's ill or something.
Aye, I heard. Poor lad's in rough shape, but thank the All-Mother it's not the Red Death. We couldn't deal with that here.
Still don't sit right with me. Sick folks in a crowded place? It's a risk, is.
Maybe, but what are we gonna do? Turn them away? We've all got our burdens to carry.
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy. We're in the middle of something. Come back when we're done. If you're still breathing. Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a stick up his ass. Only knows how to follow orders like a good little soldier. He's so uptight, he probably agrees with the captain. Thinks it's all necessary precautions and the like.
Now, speaking of precautions, what's all this talk I'm hearing about the weirdness creeping in?
What's got you? So, what was your question? Hold on. Finley is not my caregiver. He's my helper at most. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit running round after me. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? He doesn't bloody talk. I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow every time he tries to say something, but I don't understand shit. Getting a bit curious, I see. Hand me a drink. What's got you, son? So, that's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and Look at that bulbous nose. Ain't this so much clearly mine? It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers, or they've never even touched a woman. Curious, aren't you? Ah. You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business. Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with a mission, not to run away from your bloody mutt. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them. Or they think the horns can hide. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this as well. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction. Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's. Getting a bit curious. I'm starting to like you, stranger. And trust me, it's been a long time since I liked me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. A kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Oh, some days I wonder why. Getting a... So, those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the horns. Damn fool mission that was. But here wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff to get under your skin. Looked like... hell, memories all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. Peace, you say? Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know? Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, make Grindylows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. But when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. My brothers deserved better.
Captain Hagen. Well, he was a man driven by pride and a certain disregard for caution. He sent men to explore those old tunnels beneath the keep. Somehow, he got it into his head that there was something valuable down in those tunnels. Treasures, relics, who knows what else. But the truth is, we know what was there. In the Age of Legends, it was just a hospital. There was some kind of outbreak or plague, and the place was sealed off. Nothing left to find, or so the records say. Yes, it weighs on me more than I'd care to admit. If I could, I'd see them laid to rest. But no captains ever bothered. It seems they thought it was a fool's errand. Maybe not worth the risk. If you're mad enough to try, then by all means, go ahead. Just don't expect any keeper to follow you. I really don't have men to spare, but maybe it's time to make it right. So, thank you, I suppose. something. You actually did it? Cleared out those tunnels on your own? Every captain before me thought it was a fool's errand, not worth the risk. And how are those tunnels? Salvageable? Aye, that it does. Camelot won't be eager to finance the repairs, but knowing the threat's being dealt with is a victory in itself. Perhaps someday we'll see them restored. Until then, we can at least rest easier. So the Keep owes you for this. Here's your reward. And what about Goban's friends? Did you find any trace of them? Give those to Goban, if you haven't yet. He's restless, but maybe seeing those again will help settle him. Might even help him get his act together.
You went down there and came back with their tags. Damn, didn't think anyone would ever bring those back up. Lads must be resting a bit easier now, or so I'd like to think. They deserve better than to be left in that pit. You did right by them, stranger. Hell, you did right by me too. So, let's drink to that. Why the hell would I do that? I want to celebrate. You can't celebrate with seawater and fish, you dummy. Did I? Oh, I don't remember. And if I don't remember, it doesn't count. But maybe I did say that. I started cozying up to a bottle the day I came back alone from those damn tunnels. I guess it's time I made good on my word. For them. For me. This old fool is done with the booze. I think I owe you. More than I got words for. Took guts to go down there, and you brought back what I couldn't. That's something I won't forget, stranger.